New Mexico has just received a very large shipment of coronavirus test kits in order to be tested. New Mexico is going to be one of the hubs of places for testing for the coronavirus. So, hey, you know what? This is in our backyard, so let's learn what is going on here. While there are no reported cases of coronavirus in the state, New Mexico Department of Health officials said testing has begun. State Health Department officials said the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention shipped roughly 15,000 coronavirus test kits nationwide, including to New Mexico, and each test kit can test 700 to 800 samples. Wow. So yeah, it looks like New Mexico will be one of the hubs where they will send people to be tested, or perhaps test kits to be tested. All right. KOAT's health expert said now is the time for prevention and not panic. And I agree. We don't want to panic. You don't ever want to panic. You make bad decisions when you start to panic. Every patient who comes to a clinic or emergency room, if there's a question about coronavirus infection, should be tested, Dr. Barry Ramos said. Yes, despite whether they've been to China or Italy or Japan or anywhere else, they should just be tested if they show any symptoms now, because we've proven containment isn't working, so they should just be tested with symptoms. That last bit of criteria, if you have all the symptoms plus you've been to China or Italy or no, how about you just have the symptoms? Ramos said testing is crucial because coronavirus and the flu share a number of symptoms. The symptoms are basically very similar. You get fever, chills, a cough, Ramos said. But it's what makes coronavirus and the flu different that is potentially the most dangerous. 50% of the population gets a flu vaccine. Unfortunately, with this particular virus, no one has any natural immunity, Ramos said. And it's the new kid on the block. We don't have any real anything on it yet. We don't, and if it becomes a seasonal thing as the seasons go on, we will learn more about it. It will settle into its little patterns, kind of like the flu does, and it'll wax and wane, wax and wane. While state health officials are not saying how many people they've tested, they did say they've been monitoring 30 people in New Mexico who recently traveled to China, and none of them have shown any symptoms. But Ramos said someone's travel history is no longer the only factor to consider. Thank you. Congratulations, you have a brain on your head. Now we're seeing cases where there was no connection to China, so it's important to recognize that this can be endemic in a community without ever having someone who is known to be in the epicenter of the epidemic, he said. He said good hygiene can keep both coronavirus and the flu from spreading, and that's what people should be concerned about right now. Yes. Men, wash your hands. Statistically, men are getting coronavirus at a higher rate because, well, they don't wash their hands as much. So congratulations, women. One up on you. Men, follow that example. Wash your hands a little bit. I think the most important thing is that people should not panic and they should get a flu shot because that's still the real danger, he said. Ramos said both coronavirus and the flu pose a great danger to people over 65 and those who suffer from chronic illnesses. State Health Department officials said fewer than 500 Americans nationwide have required testing for coronavirus. So still remains low. I'm still waiting for that big explosion that was predicted by the former FDA doctor, who's now the head doctor of, I forget what it was, where he said, we should reach about into the thousands by next week. Hopefully not. It looks like numbers are remaining low for the time being. We will keep you informed. I love you guys. Stay informed, stay safe, stay educated. I'll see you on the next one.